I am feeling like complete hot garbage. I've been awake for 28 hours and yet sleep eludes me, so I'm going to play some Portal Knights and hopefully entertain myself while I am feeling miserable and distract myself from how craptastic I am feeling. So I am starting everything brand spanking new. Oh, lovely. Gotta get a little bit of a side view here, see what I got going on. It's probably like my favorite hairstyle in the game, but I don't want all my characters to have it. And then of course a mohawk, because mohawks are amazing, and if it didn't require so many spoons, I would absolutely have a mohawk in my life. I mean, my bosses probably are glad that I don't have the spoons for it. A lot of them aren't excited about the colored hair when I'm ambitious for that. Alright, let's do that. Let's give him some face fuzz. This face fuzz is amazing. Oh wait. There. Back and front, matching face fuzz. There, yep, gotta do that. Oh, well, that's quirky. You can go with that. Ooh, all kinds of fun colors. I'm gonna make them like pasty white to a beautiful chocolate. Just, I think it's kind of like a plum right there. Let's make him a chocolate elf. It's a lighter chocolate. This is like dark chocolate. It's almost like milk chocolate. I like milk chocolate better. Okay, don't want any of those. List of apples. Oh, those are pretty eyeballs. Alright, we really need a better mouth shape so that it doesn't like encroach upon his beard. Because it's awkward when your face fuzz is in your mouth. Alright, let's just do that. Okay. Because I'm not creative. Not at this particular moment of my existence. Doesn't look like it's gonna let me create a new world. It's fine. I guess I will go into board because I've like barely done anything with that. Ugh. just start the process. Because first things first is to get a few levels. I don't remember what level this was. 2, okay. Turtles are Pia. As evidenced by being at half-life. I mean, I can always be a slime. Well, definitely seem to do better damage. Not great, but better. He's so grunty. I mean, me too when I do anything that takes effort, but that's besides the point, I guess. These guys are a little easier to take on than turtles. They don't have that really difficult to dodge spin attack. Trying to get him and not the turtle for right now. There we go. down there. Take it. Come on, take a look around. Bye. Eat some fruit. That'll make me feel better. So, yeah, like with all the stress lately, I just haven't been feeling super awesome, and tonight in particular, I've been having a lot of hot symptoms. I went to lay down and tried to get some sleep, and I felt like my heart was trying to pound through my chest, which is totally benign. Palpitations do not cause me any harm, but they sure are miserable. And then, you know, I had to get up, go to the bathroom, and, you know, high heart rate gets the shortness of breath going, which also makes it difficult to sleep. So I just end up laying there and watching other people playing games, thinking that I would like to be playing a game, and so I just said, fine, I'm not sleeping, I'm just going to get up and play a game, and it's like way too early in the morning, but maybe somebody else will also be not sleeping, and meh, we can hang out. The moment seems to be just me, and that's okay too. Still totally worth playing games. It's nice to have a distraction to think about something other than how crappy I feel. Doesn't make me feel less crappy. Just means I'm not focused on it. Putting these lights in my pocket because they look spiffy, and at some point I'm going to be doing some building, so they'll be nice to have to do building with. I don't know when the building projects will start, but I love building in this game. Do not, you know, think that means that I'm good at building. I think that's a whole different can of worms to unpack, but I do find it relaxing to just self-direct a project and problem solve through how to make it work. I don't remember which one I was in. I think it was that one over there. I mean, I'm not doing a quest or anything, so it's not super essential I go any particular place. At this point, just trying to get some experience. Oh, shiny level 2. Okay. talents. We'll do a simple for right now because that's what I got. Wisdom, strength, and con. I don't remember if I can build any of the tools. No, I think that I need. Stuff that I do not have in my pocket. Kind of destroy anything with anything in this game, but having the appropriate tool for the appropriate block definitely makes it go faster. And I think that it also improves, like, drop rates in some scenarios, but that one I won't swear to. I'm just not one of those people that plays games in a fashion that I like sort out all the mechanics of how things work. Oftentimes I'm playing when I'm not feeling well, so I'm not even necessarily focused on the game well. So yeah, I just muddle along and try to enjoy the game and call it good. I feel like I'm... Oh, I can't even go to the portal from here. That's unfortunate. That's because I'm looking at the wrong menu. No, I cannot look at the portal from my pocket. I have to go to the map for that. Oh. I need 4 and 2. Okay. This is a very bizarre. I don't ever remember seeing a pillar like this. I mean, this in theory should speed up the rock whacking. So I've had a lot on my mind lately. We've been looking at my different options for moving forward, because for better or worse, my chronic illness stuff is just going to continue to progress, and being a staff nurse is getting harder all the time, and at some point it's going to get to where I can't do it at all. So with that in mind, I've been looking at what kind of work can I still do that will give me the same kind of satisfaction and the same kind of feeling that I'm doing something that's meaningful and helping people, but will be kinder to my physical person. So I've been looking at, what kind of remote work for nurses is available and out there, and unfortunately what my looking around has kind of culminated in is that they all want me to have education that I don't have. So the remote work that looks the most interesting would be to do nurse coaching. I feel like with a lot of the Zebra stuff, I already do a lot of that, just talking to people and kind of try to help them understand their different options and not, make choices for people, but figure out what the pros and cons of choices are, so that when they make their choice for their health care, they can do so in a more educated way, in a better position of understanding, because healthcare stuff is complicated, and these 15-minute doctor appointments that we're afforded are complete total uselessness. It's just not enough time. It doesn't matter how good your doctor is, they can't teach you really anything in a 15-minute conversation, when in that 15 minutes they are also trying to figure out what's going on with you and how best to help you. I mean, it's a very broken system, which is a rant for another day, I suppose. I mean, it's kind of my daily rant. So since that job seems to be the one that has the most appeal to do remotely, I investigated what it took to get the certification, and yes, that means I am now looking at doing a course that takes like 6 months, and at the end of which I would have yet another certification. It's kind of like Pokemon. I feel like I just got to keep collecting all of them, all the certifications, or at least all the cool ones, right? I mean, there's definitely something to be said for you can't have too many. It's not like any job I've ever had has been like, oh, you know too much about healthcare, we cannot hire you. That's not really a thing in my field. I don't know about other fields, but they pretty much want to have the people with the most education that they can get, so. Can't say that I'm excited about working and going to a class at the same time, but I can't really afford to take 6 months off from work in order to complete a class, so that's how it's got to be. The upside is that I work night shift, so that means that it wouldn't conflict with any of my classes. And it's all online, so that's an upside. I don't have to like go anywhere to at least do it in my pajamas. For the most part. The clinical part I would obviously have to, be in real people clothes. Yeah. So the other thing that I looked at was medical transcriptioning, which you make money on based on how good you are at it. and most people don't start out great. There's definitely a significant learning curve. Doesn't matter how medically knowledgeable you are, there's just an art to being able to understand what people are saying and typing it well and doing that quickly. So yeah, looking at also doing that coursework as a supplemental plan to be able to make income from home. The advantage to being a transcriptionist is that if you do it as your own, business and contracts, then you can do a lot of picking your own hours. It's not usually like, oh, you have to be here from this time to this time. It's usually you just have to produce this much work. So the flexibility in the schedule would be hugely beneficial. Now, there's a lot of companies out there that you just kind of work when you want to work, and you go in and you pick up assignments and do them and turn them in, and that's that. Work when you want to work, and that definitely would be a huge benefit. Because that would mean I would have full control over on a day-to-day basis of what I'm doing in context of how I'm feeling. And that would be amazing. Ugh. So in the meantime, that means I'm gonna still be doing travel nursing, and I don't know how long that's gonna be a thing. So I'm running under the kind of assumption that that's gonna be until further notice. So could be one more contract, could be 12. I don't know. That's kind of the nature of how all of this works, is pure unadulterated unpredictability. Looking at another contract. It's going to be looking at a tier 1 hospital. Out of state. So there's a lot of benefits to this contract, and there are a lot of things that I'm kind of less excited about. But contracts are rarely a perfect, most amazing thing ever. And overall, I think that this will be a good work experience for me and a good environment to be in, and I hope that pans out. Should be hearing back about the contract at some point today. Hopefully they will send me the contract today for me to review, and I can finalize is my decision as a yay or a nay based on what is in said contract. But there would have to be something pretty gnarly in it for me to say no. And well, until they extend said contract, it's always possible that they will change their mind and not extend it. So there's that possibility too. I mean, they could do a last minute changing of the mind and go with someone else. So it's always this strange dance that happens in the contract negotiation phase. It's a lot of like hurry up and waiting. You know, you kind of rush around to survey through what the available contracts are, and you rush to get yourself put in for those contracts through your agent, and then you gotta like wait and see what they say, and then you get the offers back, you know, it comes in, and then you like compare the different offers and let them know that, yeah, and then you gotta wait, then you gotta, it's just lots of waiting, and I don't wait well. I want everything in life to be like Instapost, and it just never will be. I mean, Beaver in my brain is like, dude, it doesn't work that way. There's a process. Must follow the process. And the little squirrel in my brain is like, but right now, what about? And we'll just like obsess and disagree and go back and forth between the two of those until something's decided. Bah. I never get the timing right with those guys. Because so much of this game is about getting the right timing, and I have no sense of rhythm. So I really don't stand a chance to ever get like the perfect dodge, or whatever that's called. Oh well. I still enjoy the game. And they want me to make stuff. Which I eventually will get to, but... So these crystals are used to like upgrade your abilities and make items and stuff, so I'm trying to put some in my pocket. I don't know, I think I've been in this one. Doesn't look like I've been over there though, because that still has its stuff outside. I tend to put that stuff in my pocket. Looks like I was in this one already and I just missed putting the stuff in the outside in my pocket. Hello darkness, my old friend. Oh, well. I think that's about where I'm at in life and the universe and everything. I've been doing a lot of work on my World Anvil site, writing about the Urban Arcana setting that I use when I play Modern, which is a tabletop RPG. I am a DM for that. I love Modern. It's a sci-fantasy setting, so you get like some of the coolest features of, you know, both science fiction and fantasy. You get to be a gunslinger that throws a fireball if you want to be. So I have a site over on World Anvil where I have been trying to figure out how the site works, and I've been world building in Urban Arcana for years now, and I've been using World Anvil for about the last year as a way to better organize that world building, because having stacks and stacks of paper in binders and folders is super hard to find that one thing that you're looking for, versus like having it all online with all these like hot links that connect to each other has been amazing. So yeah, over the last month I've been spending a lot of time doing that, and that's been feeling really good. I've enjoyed doing a lot of that writing. Yesterday I spent, I don't know, like 16 hours writing about the Knoll Riverpaw clan, trying to get their members and their structure all kind of set up in the computer. So a lot of different ways to go about being a DM. I am a world builder. I just absolutely enjoy the creative process of making and developing and fleshing out a place. Doesn't matter if I ever do anything with that place. I just enjoy the process of world building. So I use that as my game prep. I build lots of NPCs and flesh them out to the point that I just really know who they are, and so if a character interacts with them, I am likely to know how my character would respond just because I know my character. So I don't have a lot of structure in my games. It's more like, here's this place, what do you do? And I let the story kind of unfold based on what the players decide to do and who they decide to ally with or become enemies with. And it's always really interesting to see where different players take it when you give them the exact same starting scenarios. I love that. I love that about tabletop role-playing. You can give 100 groups the exact same starting scenario, and end up with 100 completely different campaigns. It's amazing. We're about, I don't know, halfway through this particular campaign. And then the plan is that when we are done with this campaign, that I will take a break from DMing and switch over to doing more world building so that I can create a second setting, because I would like to do a game that is in the genre of the zombie apocalypse, and that's about all I got. So we'll see where that takes me when I start building and kind of fleshing that out. I'm trying really super hard not to like let that project get too going in my mind, because I've got one that I am actively like working on and building, and that needs to be the living, breathing world that I'm with. And trying to divide my attention between two worlds means that I'm not going to give either one of them a great amount of attention. And of course, I have been writing for my blog, and that's the Zero Priv blog, and have been doing my videos and my podcast, trying to get stuff established and kind of my audience built, and that's always a slow process, and again requires patience, which is not something that I do well. Very easy for my ADHD brain to get these really grand ideas about what I can do with things, and then get frustrated because I don't get to that cool grand idea right now. You know, it can take a lot of time to get from the idea of a thing to actually doing the thing. And depending upon the process, sometimes I enjoy the process in and of itself, which is true for, you know, certainly world building, but it isn't always true for like being a student. While I love to learn things, being in a traditional classroom setting is really, really difficult for me. And yes, I qualify to be able to request accommodations, but the challenge that I have with that is that I'm never really sure like what kind of accommodations would be helpful and what, you know, like what to ask for. You know, what's reasonable in the setting and what would make it easier. So sometimes I get frustrated when people are like, why don't you ask for help more often? And, you know, you shouldn't be afraid to ask for help. And sometimes when people with disabilities don't ask for help, it's not because they don't recognize that they could benefit from it, or that there are people out there who are absolutely willing to provide it and super supportive. But that, you know, we don't know what would be helpful. I mean, I worked for years as a nurse without realizing, how much just having the lights on dim at the nurse's station can make me more productive. Didn't know. And then a different another coworker, was turning the lights down, and I was just like, yes, this is so nice. Never occurred to me that the lights might be too bright, too stimulating, and it might make it difficult for me to chart because of the brightness. Never once did I say to myself, I should see if I can turn the lights down and see if that will help me focus better on my charting. Yeah, I can't say I ever considered that. Recognized that I had a hard time focusing on my charting, but never associated the lighting in the room with being a hurdle, like getting in the way of that. So yeah, I'm going to be doing the student thing again, and my ADHD and autistic brain does not mainstream school well. So if you have either and you have suggestions of things that might help, things that worked for you or someone you know who has one or both, I'm interested to know what has helped other people. The only thing that I have discovered for myself as a student is that it is much easier for me to learn from audiobooks and audio material because it allows me to move while I'm studying. It's very difficult for me to sit at a desk and read, and it's so much easier if I can sew and listen to a book, or drive and listen to a book, or whatever. Do a thing that engages my body and therefore lets me forget about my body and opens up my mind to being able to absorb whatever is being, tossed at it. But when I'm trying to make my body stay still so I can stay staring at the page, I'm spending so much of my active brain staying still that it can be difficult to read anything, let alone absorb it. As far as games, I have, for the last couple weeks, I've been mostly playing Portal Knights. Been doing a couple building projects. I have recently discovered that I really enjoy building in Portal Knights. Most games, I find the building systems awkward and cumbersome enough that they're not very me-friendly. And I get too frustrated with them and I just kind of walk away. This is a pretty user-friendly. I have built myself a block house. I mean, like, it's just a big ass square. And I built kind of like a little farm area that has like a lab in it. Those are on different worlds than these. They're actually on worlds that were hosted by other people. So I can't go give you a tour. I have no idea what, if any, thing will be built in this world. Likely I'll be building something. I plan on this kind of just being my stream Portal Knights world, and I'll probably rename it accordingly. So yeah, when I play Portal Knights, I'm not a big like go kill a bunch of monsters quester kind of person. I like to do a lot of exploring the world and dungeons, and occasionally I'll do the questing. I like to do the building. I like to basically just kind of see what's in there and then kind of imagine and build my own places. So, you know, one of the things that I like about this game is that it accommodates a lot of different play styles. You know, so people who want to just like do quest-based gaming, it's got that. You know, it's got open world exploration, it's got building, it's got, you know, the meditative kind of collecty things that I'm doing right now. You know, I can just go chill and collect my blocks and put them into my pocket. Which can be very cathartic. So, it's got a lot of different styles, which is super great. It also has like the option of either playing on adventure or creative. So if you are like a world builder, you can go into the game style that is totally set up for that. While I do like building, I also like the exploring dungeon aspect enough that I don't want that to go away. So I personally prefer to play in the adventure games. But I like games that offer multiple play styles within the same game. For one, it gives more playability because you can approach it in different ways and different moods. And for two, it oftentimes allows people who have normally different gaming preferences to share a game. Like, this is a game that builders and questers can easily play together. You can have one person going and collecting the stuff and the other person doing the building, and it works out like to be a really interesting, collaborative, fun process. And I've absolutely played that way. I appreciate that a lot more games are taking on this multi-style approach and acknowledging that not everyone is the same gamer and not everyone wants to play the same game and not everyone wants to play the same game all the time. Now, I'm quite happy to do that, but not everyone is. So I like that, you know, when you go into a game, there's this world options where you can like tweak what kind of world you want to play in and what kind of play experience you want to have. You know, are you going to be cooperative? Are you going to be competitive? Are you going to have it be really a aggressive, challenging world? Or are you going to have a super peaceful, friendly world? And all of those options, you know, dramatically change the play style and play experience. So it adds a lot of replayability to the game, and it adds a lot of customizability to the experience. I just think that it's a really cool trend that has happened. And I hope they continue to go with that. The trend that I don't like with this is a lot of the judgy comments in people's videos and streaming that I hear frequently. You know, just because someone is playing a game a different style than you doesn't mean they're playing the game wrong. I don't understand that philosophy. Like, how can you play a game wrong? It's a game. There's one objective, and that is for the people playing the game to have a good time. And if they're having a good time and then objective met, they did it right. It's a game. I mean, that's kind of a sore point for me because as somebody who is neurodivergent, I have played games in ways that neurotypical people have not expected me to play them for as long as I can remember, and have always been told for as long as I can remember that the way that I play is wrong, and that's just hogwash. If it's relaxing for me and if I enjoy it and I'm the person playing it, then how can it possibly be wrong? I mean, if you want to get on a stream and say, hey dude, that's not my style, then I totally get down with that and understand it. I mean, not everybody wants to play peaceful Minecraft, but I love it. You know, hey, you do you. I don't want to play a hardcore world. I don't want to spend hours on a world and then die and then not be able to go back and ever look at that world again. I've spent a ridiculous amount of time sitting at this desk and I'm definitely feeling it. I'm all like stiff in my shoulders. But I got a lot done yesterday, so really no regrets. Sometimes when that hyper focus kicks in and I'm getting in the zone and the writing happens, it's just so amazing. I love engaging in things that make that hyper focus click in because I spend so much of my life feeling like my brain is a bunch of squirrels over running around, disorganized, chaotic, disconnected, and just me chasing them ineffectually. But when that hyper focus kicks in, it's like everything goes quiet and sharp and becomes crystal clear like a precision laser, and it's just so amazing. And I just like imagine what it would be like to have that all the time. And I wonder if that's what it's like for people who have a neurotypical brain. Is that what you just sit down and have that insane laser focus every time, whenever you want? Is that just how that works? I mean, I think that's mind-boggling like crazy. I apparently haven't opened all the portals here yet, so go back up to the world and we'll look at the portals. Because I got quite a bit of stuff in my pockets. I'm gonna have to pick at least a temporary home base. I have no money really, is 81. And that is definitely not going to be enough to buy a home island. So I'll need to pick a place to make my home base in order to start stashing my ill-gotten gains. Because the hoarding has begun. Like, shortly after my starting to play, the hoarding begins. And it doesn't matter what I'm playing, the hoarding begins shortly after I play. Look, pick it up and put it in its pocket. Yes, yes, put it in your pockets. What is it? I don't know, but put it in your pockets. Helps if I push the right button. The most recent world that I've been playing, we completely chopped down that yellow brick temple over there and put all of those yellow bricks in our pocket so I could build my house with them. So when it comes to me and in-game looting, anything that the game designer did not nail down is totally game to go in my pocket. It's kind of like trying to figure out where the portal might be. I have no idea. I'm not usually the person that unlocks stuff. I usually just wander around and collect things. And sometimes build things. And there's other people who do the productive opening of the portals. But since I'm playing by myself, I guess I'll have to, like, actually do the legwork and wander around and figure out where they're living and toss some shards in them. So this will be it. This will be as far as I go. And that won't be very exciting. Looks like one's over there. Alright, so I guess we'll head over there. Ugh. Alright, that's looking like one that's active. It's probably the one I came in through. Hi. It's definitely active. I'm pretty sure that that's not what I'm looking for. So I've also looked at ways to expand and refine and all that, all the things to my Zebra Break stuff. And so I submitted some articles to different places to look at getting published somewhere other than on my blog, in hopes of maybe getting a kind of writing portfolio established so that I might be able to open up the option of doing some medical writing for other people. You know, just trying to expand my work options but still be within things that I'm both good at and things that I enjoy doing that have meaning and, you know, help me feel like I'm helping other people. So And maybe I can use what I've been doing with Super Pig to help build on that. You know, a lot of people are paid to write, you know, educational blog content, and I might be able to get into that. We'll see. So, you know, I'm exploring and testing out the waters in a lot of different directions. Hoping if I cast a wide net that something that is both positive space for me to be in and pays the bills will get snagged in said net. I'm at the bottom of the world again. Jump back up to the top. Okay, so increases the chance of a critical strike by 10% while shape-shifting, increases health by 15 and doubles the bonus while shape-shifting, increases the duration. I'll go with more health right now. Huh. Don't survive the right thing I clicked. I'm like, why am I not hurting him? So I'm trying to mine his face. And, well, you can mine a monster's face and kill him, but definitely do more damage if you use an actual weapon. Ugh. Never-ending itchies. Dislike it with great intensity. But I'm kind of stuck with it, seeing how I've already done everything I can to address it, and, well, it's still itchy. So yeah, this is the building that we chopped down and put in our pockets, because one of the other players helped me. This pub is amazing. Yeah, Miss Ratcha came over and helped me put this building in my pocket. Yes. Good screenshot, me and the tentacles. Alright. You know, now that I'm done taking selfies. I have no idea what the tentacles are all about. Probably a quest that I talked to somebody. Serves us right. After the fracture of our fathers, broke with the old ways and began to worship Catharis. Perhaps it is time for us to go back. I should have listened to my mom. Don't go joining any cults, she said. Moms are always right about cults. Maybe it's not too late for me to become a lumberjack or a pet merchant or something. Yeah. Hey, knight without pants. It appears I lost my squire's leggings whilst running, fighting the monsters in the ruins. Would you be a sport and make me a new pair? Then my dignity shall be restored. Oh, happy day. Apparently, I need to make him some pants.
Ayo.
I never keep track of which ones I've checked and which ones I haven't. Ooh. Do not walk off the world. You will fall down into oblivion to your demise and then lose some money. Because apparently resurrecting you at the portal requires money. I mean, I guess it's reasonable to pay somebody to resurrect your mom. I remember how to like switch targets, so I was tagging somebody over here instead of the person down underneath me. Guess I'm just gonna be here forever because I don't know where I need to go to find the next portal to take me to next world. Well, I just scanned that from a different angle. That's fine. Story of my life, I come at anything from a different direction, and it's like a whole new world. Like not even being in the place that I had been before. My brain does not compute, does not see it the same. I don't know if I got that one or not. Yes. idea. I feel like I keep doing laps and yet nowhere different. And if that isn't this single, like, most succinct metaphor for my life, I don't know what is. Ugh. Alright, I'm gonna go back to Squire Knoll. See if I can find a little spot to stash some things and maybe do some of these little crafting tasks, and I don't know. I'm very tired. Been awake for about 30 hours, so I guess that's probably why I'm feeling very tired. It's a portal capable of teleporting you to other islands such as this one. It's ancient, made from very powerful magic. It needs blue portal stones to activate it. You can make them if you find enough blue portal stone shards. Once you have enough blue portal stones, you're ready to put them inside the portal. I have seen only one person leave by way of this portal and have yet to see anyone return. Are you sure it's worth the risk? The portals were created by a long-forgotten civilization here on Elysia. Do they still work as intended, I wonder? I just put a friend in my pocket. Because I can. I can put friends in my pockets. That's my friend in my pocket. And then he can go home with me and I can put him out as a decoration. It's not kidnapping. I can't reach him. Shell fireball. Oh, let's see. So I can take this with me, so my backpack is full. Yeah. Iron bar. Yeah, no, I don't have any of those. Let's make a druid station. It's always interesting to try to find the one thing that I'm looking for. So I need to get some wood. So I need to make a little bit of room. Okay. I think I have copper. Or did I use it all in the process? Or did I drop it off in the boxes? I dropped it in the box. Apparently I can't store my friend in a box. They apparently consider that rude. Alright, I would like to make an axe. So I need 1 bar of copper in order to do that. So get that going. Let's look at the ability. Get my con going again because that's gonna help keep me from being dead. Alright, I'm way too tired to be thinking about how to do things. It's amazing I remember how to breathe at this point.
Niki lalu. Kwani kwani pondudu chun.
The Hollow Knight watches us at night. High vantage points will allow you to survey an entire island. Venture at your own risk. I just managed to close the door in my own face. That one egg is not as useful as the one bone. Bones are used in crafting. Eggs are just food, occasionally quest items. To the best of my knowledge. Where'd the house go? I know the house has the couple in front of it, so I always look for their double icon when I'm like looking around the world.
Niki lalu.
It never takes long to fill all your pockets. It doesn't matter what game you're playing. It's like a universal gaming rule in my life. I mean, I don't know about anybody else. Maybe they don't have that problem, but... I have portals. Ugh. Nope. Misfire.
Topaki. Surata unisho puko Michigan washi ganlo.
Oh, I totally didn't read it out loud. Sorry. I guess you guys don't get to know. Oh, well, it's probably all I'm going to play for right now. I'm going to go and try and get some more sleep again. Maybe this time sleeping will actually happen. If not, I might come back and do some more of this. We'll see. Alright. Well, you guys, have a good day, and hopefully I'll be unconscious for a while. Take it easy.